But sis, I thought you should know you will look absolutely gorgeous in your Sisterlocks. Hello bright beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, sis, thank you so much. To my loyal supporters, thank you as well. If you're new, my name is Opal. I love bright colors period, but bright, yes. So that's where you get the I love bright color name from. Sorry, my channel is about Sisterlocks, health, beauty, bargains, and more. So if you're interested, of course, in some of the things that I will be showcasing or talking about, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So lately I've definitely been on self-care. Sorry for the lighting. Lately I've been on self-care like crazy. So you all will see those videos. But I'm on this self-care, financial, mentally, spiritually, and physically. The mental so matters, and that's why, you guys, I love a good beach, because I believe if you're working on yourself, just period, regardless of what it is, I like to keep myself up because it makes me feel better. Trying to work on my financial, that's why I went and took the Sisterlock class, because that's more money, right? More money. The spiritual, of course, God gets my time. I pray and try to listen to as many things as I can to keep me on the right track. The physical, my eating and my exercising, I try to keep a hold of that. Eating, I am really getting way better at that. Recently seen a dietitian and says self-care matters regardless of what it is, whatever kind of self-care it is. Hey, get your self-care in, and that means we have to take care of ourselves as women inside and out so we can take care of others, right? But other than that, you all, we're gonna get into this video. You decided to stay tuned, so I do thank you for that. You all, as you can see from the title, I mean, come on. So hey, I'm not going to string you along or draw this out. No. I'm not gonna drag this out, sis. I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna go ahead and get into this video. So let's get to it. Okay, so pretty much things that I think you should know before getting Sisterlocks. You've probably seen plenty other channels that talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it. And some of these things I have already said, but if you are new, you won't know these things. And a lot of people do not go back and watch the old videos, which is okay. That is not a problem. So you will see me creating some of the same things in my videos to keep individuals updated on what is going on. I've been locked now for 6 years, and it is one of the best hair choices I've ever made. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into what we're going to talk about. All right, so the number one thing, okay, so I want to talk about things you should know. Now, things that you should know, the number one thing is you do not have to stick with the same loctician. Sis, my good sis, you do not. If your energies, personality, or whatever it is not matching, you are free to go somewhere else. Don't feel that you have to be held hostage by this one loctician. However, a problem may occur. Okay, we get it. People do have differences. Don't just leave without talking about it. Try to fix the problem, or try to let your loctician or consultant know if something isn't right. And then if it's not working out and they maybe get upset or things change with the energies or whatever, then of course you're free to go. But I think my main thing, what I'm saying is, you don't have to stick with the same one, but if you have a good one, stick with that one. Okay, you also need to have a backup. And the reason why I say stick with that one, that's a good thing. But the reason why I say you need a backup, because sometimes that other loctician may not be available. You never know. Emergencies happen, things happen, and then you're left hanging unless you know how to do it yourself. So a backup is necessary, and also you are free to go to a different loctician. Once again, don't feel like you're being held hostage, because you shouldn't be. But I'm gonna say this again, sometimes personality differences or there are clashes with the personalities, and so, or just different energies, they don't match. So hey, choose another one. Make sure you do your research first. Okay, All right, let's get into the next thing. Now, another thing I'm going to talk about, I have some notes here. Make sure that if you are going to go natural, that you have a man that appreciates it, okay? I had someone tell me, you know what, we're not even going to go there. Just make sure that your man appreciates it. So if you go from wigs, hair weaves, permed hair or whatever, and go straight over to Sisterlocks, that may be too much for some of our brothers to handle, okay? So get them ready, okay? Get them pre-ready, because some of them are just really stuck more on the you know, the weaves or the straight looking hair or whatever. So it takes a real man or a strong black man or whatever, just a man period, just to be able to appreciate a sister with her natural hair and then locked at that, okay? Because some people cut their short or their hair is short, so it's really small, and it may be overwhelming for someone who you're dating. So just make sure whoever you're with or you're dating, get them pre-ready if you're gonna do that. Start talking about them, show them pictures and all that, because some of our brothers is not with these locks or this natural movement, I'ma say, but a lot of them are. Even what size locks for your hair. Make sure that before you, well, I guess what I'm saying is before you, what you need to know before getting locks. Choose your size, small, medium, or large. I encourage you to go to a loctician or a consultant so they can tell you what works best for you. But you know what? In the end, you do what's best for your hair. Please remember that everyone's hair is different, and a loctician may recommend something and they may be A1, they may be on point, they may be right, but at the end, you still have to pick what's happy for you. I mean, what's best for you. Too big, I'm not with it. Too small, I'm not with it. I'm at the stage where I like right in the middle, because if it's too small, you don't want the breakage on the ends, because any added stress or pressure on the ends, it's going to pull the lock or make it hang. And for some reason, most people do lose locks around their edges because sometimes they're just too small. If they're too big, it's not for me, because once they swell, then you have a thicker lock. So that's why I chose right in the middle, because it's not too thin, it's not too thick. I did lose some on the edges, but my hair is really thin. Like, I have low density hair, real soft, fine hair. So it was just gonna happen. That's it, and that's all. And then there's really nothing I could do about that, because I couldn't, I couldn't have got it any smaller, and I couldn't have got it any bigger. Like I said, big was too big. So I chose right in the middle. Excuse me, once again, you choose what works for you. And I did have someone ask me that question. So sis, good sis, I hope that answers your question. I know I'm talking fast because I want to get to this video, or through this video, without dragging it out, okay? Now, let's talk about keeping up with maintenance. This is what you need to know. Sisterlocks, locks, period. They are maintenance. Do not think you're gonna get Sisterlocks and there is no maintenance, okay? So we're gonna talk about, when I say maintenance, sometimes if you are getting your Sisterlocks with your tax money, and then after that you don't realize that, oh my goodness, now I have to keep up on the maintenance. It's not expensive, guys. It's not crazy, but maintenance, your locks do require maintenance. You can't just let them go raggedy, or you can't wait a long period of time before you get a retie, because it's damaging to your locks, okay? Some people go 4 weeks, some do 5, some do 6, some do up to 8 weeks. But make sure that before you do get them, and then you say, hey, I have this allotment of money, I'm gonna go ahead and get me some Sisterlocks, please think about the maintenance, because you need them. You can't just let them just be not maintained. Sisterlocks require maintenance. You may not have to comb your hair every day or oil it or whatever, but they still require maintenance at the right time, okay? Hopefully you get me and you understand what I'm saying. All right, so I'm gonna talk about dyeing. If you wanna get dye on your Sisterlocks, I strongly encourage that you dye it before you get locked, because once it's locked, or once you get your Sisterlocks, you are not supposed to put dye in your hair, and I believe it's like up to a year. And then even after that, you will hear people or colorists and stuff say, regardless of what, your hair still can be damaged, okay? But to each his own. If you want dye, get dye. You just have to wait for the right time. I got mine when I had my install. My hair was freshly dyed, so that's why I was able to. So that's why my hair is dyed on the tips but I have not dyed my hair since then. So I'm just relaying that information. I'm glad that I dyed it before because I'm too chicken to dye it. I want to dye it because it looks so pretty on people, but I'm too chicken that's going to dry my hair out or damage it. And like I said, I actually spoke to a colorist and her hair is gorgeous and she dyes it a lot, but she even said it's still damaging to the hair regardless of what. So I just don't want any extra damage to my hair. I think that was the purpose of me going natural. I didn't want to be adding like chemicals, dye, or just anything. But once again, each his own. I'm not trying to offend anybody, and please do not think I am, because I'm not. Do what works for you. But what I want to tell you is get it dyed before, okay, like I did. What's your exercise regimen? Like, what's your schedule like? What do? You swim? What do you do as far as exercise that is going to push you to getting locks? And usually people go get the locks because it's easier, right? But you do have to realize, if you're a person that exercises and you're in a sauna room and you're hot and you're in the treadmill and you're just sweaty, that slippage is definitely most likely going to happen. So just be prepared for that if you are a person that's very, very, very active in your exercise, okay? I just thought I would share that, all right? Let's hurry up so we can get through this, okay? Prices can go anywhere between $700 and $2,000. It just depends on the loctician. Is it a trainee or is it a certified Sisterlock consultant? What is it? So $700, $2,000. I've heard some people say they paid more. I'm like, ouch, are you serious? That's a lot of money. But hey, to each his own. Once again, just do your research, because I do know in different states and cities it is more expensive, okay? And then we're going to talk about, we already talked about that actually. Locks do require maintenance. Yes, they do, sis. My good sis, Bright Beauty, they require maintenance. Don't forget that, okay? Oh my goodness. It's a confidence booster. You guys, just in case you didn't know, Sisterlocks are a confident booster. They really are. Ask somebody with Sisterlocks, they gonna tell you that. If you didn't have no confidence before, or if you just had a little bit, either you have a lot now, or your confidence that you had is real big, because that sure is me, honey, okay? Ask somebody. Do Sisterlocks give you confidence? Yes, sis, they do. And then last but not least, something that you definitely need to know before getting Sisterlocks. Sis, you will look absolutely gorgeous in your Sisterlocks, whether they be short or long. Please don't think of what people say, the ugly stage or the awkward stage or whatever. There is no ugly and there is no awkward as far as I'm concerned. My short stage was my best stage. But sis, I thought you should know, it was #1 thing to me. I should have had that on the top of the list. You will look absolutely gorgeous in your Sisterlocks. So get ready. If you're thinking about it, don't think about it no more. Go on, look up a loctician in your area or go to the Sisterlocks site, because my goodness, my good sis, you will look beautiful. Other than that, ladies, this girl has got to go. Yes, she gotta go. Always remember that this girl loves color, bright colors to be exact. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.